Let's have a closer look at how we can process and manage tasks during verification. A batch was recently sent to recognition, and now it's time to open up the verification station, and we'll see what's going on. I want to skip the data verification station, and I'm going to go directly to the verification station and log on as a senior verification operator who has rights to different queues, really a large variety of queues. So we see that we've got something queued up in the data verification queue. Batches are divided into tasks. So if you've got a reasonably sized batch, it's going to show up as just one task. But if you've got a very large batch, it will be subdivided into smaller tasks. The icons on our verification screens are all about getting tasks, closing tasks, not getting batches or closing batches. The operator has to get the task from the queue, verify the data, and then send the task to the next queue. That's an automated process. After completing the task, it is automatically forwarded to the next queue. We can manually get the tasks, or we can use the automatic task receive mode pictured right here. In that mode, the operator receives the next task after finishing the previous one without any additional prompting or keystrokes. So I'll go ahead and manually get this task. One thing that I can do if I decide to not proceed with verification of this task is I can reject this task. That means that it will return to the queue from where it came. When I click Reject Task, if I've made some changes, I'll be prompted and asked whether or not I want to save those changes, and I can say yes or no. But if I haven't made any changes, I won't be prompted in that manner. We received this task from the data verification queue, but we opened up that data verification queue from the verification station. Importantly, data verification can be performed either from the data verification station or from the verification station. I'll just go ahead and click through here and resolve any issues. Really didn't have much to do there. And next we'll take a look at this task in the verification queue. Here we see a couple of documents in red. Those documents need to be confirmed. So what we're essentially saying is that this has been classified correctly. Now everything is verified and we can go ahead and close the task. The next stage for this task is the export confirmation queue, where you can take one last look at the data and make changes if needed before the documents get exported. Now I'll get the task from the export confirmation queue, and the export confirmation queue is really all about having a chance to take one last look at the data before it's exported. And if you've got the proper format checks and rules in place, in all likelihood, you can probably skip the export confirmation stage. But when you're just getting started, it might be really helpful to ensure data validity. Another thing that you can do as a senior verification operator is route tasks to different queues, such as, say, the exception queue or the rescanning queue. And that's done right on this menu here. Tasks can be marked for sending to a particular stage, including any custom stages. Here we can also reset a priority level and enter in a comment that's relevant to this rerouting activity. It's very powerful that you can make sure people know why a task has been routed to them. So we talked about routing tasks. You can also send an individual document within a task to a different location, to a different queue. So this is how we do it. Mark for sending to a processing stage. And when we do that, we're presented with the same dialog where you can add a comment or change a priority level and specify a certain user. That's certainly a powerful feature. And there we can see some of that. In order to just reroute a single individual document, you need to have selected the checkbox that allows you to break up batches. This routing capability is limited to senior verification operators. It's a strong argument for giving people that role.